We've been working in Liberia over the past 7 years now, and after the Civil War, there were only about 170 physicians in country, and not all of them were practicing medicine. There were no pediatricians on the ground at all to take care of children in Liberia, and that's how I got involved, to come over and help train doctors to take care of children. And the resources are extremely limited there. Not only are there very few physicians, but there are very few nurses, and the healthcare workforce is really diminished, and the resources are really diminished. So it's understandable how an epidemic like this could really take hold in this country, where the resources and the ability to respond is just unbelievably limited. There's just a severe shortage of healthcare workers there now. The government has been deployed to build additional hospitals and Ebola treatment units, but they're estimated 4,000 to 6,000 healthcare workers that are going to be needed to run these healthcare units. So the first need is really to get people over to work in the Ebola treatment units, skilled physicians, nurses, people who have worked in disaster situations are really valuable, and that's one of the things that we're hoping to do through this grant, is recruit those types of people. The second need that I think is starting to come out in the press now is that there's a lot of illness now, sort of non-Ebola illness. The hospitals are pretty much closed down or not functioning well at all. And so what's happening is that people that need basic health care, like children with malaria, women with obstructive labor, they're not getting health care. It's just not happening. And so there's this whole parallel problem where there's no health care for the Liberians that need it. And so the second need is really to get in, try to get the hospitals open again, and then set up triage mechanisms so that the people with Ebola virus can be triaged to appropriate treatment, and the hospitals can get up and running and start treating people who need, just basic health care. And we have relationships with, the faculty, the residents, the doctors on the ground there, and so our second goal is to get on the ground and help the Liberians who are really wanting to get back to work. There's a whole pool of really talented people there that we can train and work with and get them back to work in the hospitals and get the hospitals up and functioning.